Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
You still need to do well at the major. I don't think like just getting first place will put you into this threshold. Could be. It also depends on other regions. Still relatively far away to say. And you know, if I don't see it being green on Liquipedia, I'm not gonna call it out.
Radiant team ban.
Fair enough. And then you take a look at the schedule today. Obviously, this is a very big series between Azure Ray and Piggy Killer. Piggy Killer, not really much to play for. Their series and be like, well, they're both qualified. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, yes, it does matter because those points are massive, and it makes your life so much easier. That's the difference of what, top 8 and top 4 at the major or something like that to qualify for TI, which is huge. So we'll see how it goes. We'll come into the draft of the first game right now. Azure Ray, Piggy Killer. We have seen this Timbersaw in the Western Europe region by 9 a lot. I like this hero. I've enjoyed watching this hero. And a first pick Ugna, I mean, man, that is not the hero we're seeing first phase that often.
Not in China. In Europe, it is relatively popular. Maybe they're thinking about getting Storm Spirit straight away. If they wanted it, like maybe they would have picked it. By having some like sustain coming out from Pugna, there's a lot of these combos that you can do with Pugna. He provides you with so much sustain. He gets like a Glimmer Cake. You like it. And speaking of that puck, Azure Ray is going to ban it out instantly. Because with Silencer, you can break the combo. You always have something against this Storm Spirit. When he jumps in, you can stop Pugna from using the life drain. So I think you also need some kind of a cheap stun coming up from the mid lane. There are these like Spirit heroes. Most of them lose to Storm Spirit because he's just a better bro. He's the older brother, has more wisdom.
Wisdom is there, and I think this puck ban, you know, that's excellent. One of his best heroes, probably his signature hero when I think about him as a player. So I definitely don't hate the ban there. And then of course the anti-mage, you're getting out of the way. You don't want to have the Storm Spirit be blown up and potentially looking, I would have said a Medusa if it weren't banned, but anti-mage, it feels like one of those cores that in China at least has been like sneaking in. And
it's against these two heroes have like massive mana pool. You don't have enough lockdown to kill him. So if somehow they forgot about anti-mage, Piggy Killer would take it, and their chances of winning the game would increase by like 500%.
Banning the Bloodseeker.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't mind the Bloodseeker ban. Maybe that's hinting at a potential Pangolier coming into the mix. Pango has been a very popular pick.
Radiant team pick.
I'm down for some Queen of Pain ban on Azure Ray. Okay, so if the hero's still in the pool, imagine if there was puck available, like you have only lockdown, would be Storm Spirit, because you don't care too much about the Spirit Breaker charge. I still feel Queen of Pain could work out. You know the matchup already, but other heroes in the pool It can
5
do well
seconds
against
remaining.
Storm Spirit in this mid lane. China's classic Dragon Knight might be slightly slow. I think you want to push this Timbersaw into the off lane, considering with everything that is some of these heroes that like we see banned out, there's no Monkey King, so they're protecting their Timber. This is also another option, a hero that does okay against Storm Spirit. This is like 55 matchup, because again, you are a ranged hero. You use these remnants. Sometimes matchup as a melee hero could be a little tough.
Remaining.
Let's for that Void Spirit
5
too, right?
seconds remaining.
Because the steps don't.
It's too strong of a hero. It's been picked up in Europe in the first phase. Good against Timbersaw. Builds into Maelstrom, like this heavy magical damage coming out from him. Later, you get shard. So, like Rupture, of course, makes him stop. What is that? Yeah, I'm like just looking at that.
Like,
yeah, some wild pictures. 18 plus.
Yeah, I'm watching these and I'm just like, okay.
Team
Dude,
banned.
I'm not gonna lie, Azure Ray look tired. They're Omnis and FY are all both like yawning and rubbing their face. Like, you know that feeling. 7 a.m. The alarm goes off. You've got high school in the morning. Then time for the bus. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do
10
anything. And then you finally get to school and you're at your desk.
My
and you're just
tummy
like,
hurts. Then you make up like some shitty
5
to
seconds
not
remaining.
go to the school because it's way too early. But,
Yeah,
not a Wind Ranger again. Why? Stop, please. It's dead already.
fine. You don't have to school. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to pick Wind Ranger. It's fine. This hero has what, a 25% win rate? And
They're the type of players that skip the school. They stay at home so they can play Wind Ranger.
oh gosh, what are you doing with your life? When you skip school, you gotta, you're watching The Price is Right at 11 a.m. for all you
Radiant
North
team
American
banned.
folk watching. Let's make a deal
Team
at 10 a.m. I don't know if you had that over where you are.
Wow, they banned Troll. So what do they want to pick? Maybe do they want to go something like Phantom Lancer? That's the first hero that comes to my mind. It has to be illusion-based
10 seconds
carry.
remaining.
Maybe something like, I don't know, Naga Siren could
5
be a hero
seconds
that they're
remaining.
looking for. Either that or Phantom Lancer. Azure Ray banned Faithless Void, which is a good ban. It would give them even more control against this Pugna Storm. Azure Ray heavily, I would say, outdrafting, right? Maybe I'm just too biased against Wind Ranger. Piggy Killer, they do still have some flexibility with this Void Spirit going to the safe lane, going to the mid lane. But my question is, where's Wind Ranger gonna go? It could be like mid Void Spirit, safe lane Wind Ranger, and the last hero that they're looking for is position 4. Decent amount of flexibility yet. Still, they need to show where the heroes are gonna go, but not sure if I like this combination of the heroes. Big fan of Void Spirit. I've been praising this hero ever since the introduction of Universal Heroes. Feels really nice to play, either from the mid roll or from the carry roll.
Radiant
But
team
Wind
banned.
Ranger kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah, I don't really like this Wind Ranger, and I just have not. I think me and you have not seen a Wind Ranger win yet.
It's just a Ranger. No wins yet under the belt.
Yeah, you're just a Ranger. I'm sorry.
10 seconds remaining.
They banned Slark?
5 seconds remaining.
Not a
That's
lot of
Ursa.
lockdown here for Piggy Killer, right? Like Aether Remnant Shackle Shot.
Benjamin, you didn't wake up properly yet. It's time to go to school. Time to go to work.
Where am I going to school?
It's Ursa. It's not Slark.
No, I'm saying, would they ban Slark on Azure Ray?
I'm fans for some of these illusion heroes that I mentioned, either PL or Naga. They're still Azure Ray still has last pick, so let's see what they decide to go for. Because the pattern
Both
that I
teams
see,
lacking lockdown.
both Battle Fury carriers, but then again, if you pick illusion, Azure Ray can just Sven. I feel like Sven is super strong
10
here
seconds
because of the
remaining.
combo that you have. You have a hero that runs in, shows
5
you where they are.
seconds
That's Spirit Breaker plus Storm Spirit. You also have like strong combo with Darkseer Vacuum. I'm really down for some Sven. Doesn't even matter like what they pick outside of Piggy Killer. I feel like Sven could be really, really good. Not the best matchup against like Void Spirit, Windranger. There's also Global, but he's also a BKB buyer, so he can lock onto the target and just like
Radiant's
dismantle
team
it instantly.
I mean, I'm always a big fan of vacuum into Storm Hammer, cleave damage with God Strength. You don't have to ask me twice.
team pick.
Oh gosh, I like Fly, though. As much as I give him a bunch of malarkey.
So I guess one of the reasons why they went with Naga Siren is because you have way to disengage. I guess one of the reasons just kind of counter this global silence type of a play that Piggy Killer wants to do. Because you're a Manta style buyer. This is the first item that you buy on Naga Siren. You can easily pop it, Song of the Siren, then global silence is nullified.
Okay. So I just feel like both these teams, maybe Azure Ray more than anything, kind of lack a little bit of lockdown. They've got Vortex, they have the net. But like, is that enough here against like a hero like Timbersaw? That if there's not enough lock, finds itself. I get to do what I want. I guess we'll figure it out. The matchups are going to be nice. I like both drafts. Truthfully, I'm kind of excited for this game. Like, there hasn't been many games where I'm like, okay, we come into the draft 50-50. So many drafts I feel like we're seeing it just teams have been out-drafted right at the get-go, but I don't know. I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but it feels pretty like 50-50, 55-45.
I'd say Piggy Killer draft is much more difficult to execute compared to what Azure Ray have in the game, because they can they might not have this early damage to go through Morphlings and Timber's tankiness, but they're looking to play with like two items tankiness, but they're looking to play with like two items tankiness, but they're looking to play with like two items.
I mean,
I'm talking about 2-item timing when they start to put like more pressure on the map, and they also don't have any kind of cooldowns. It's not a big. There's a big one. There's global silent, but other than that, they can also like keep fighting. But it's also a big tool that they bring into a team fight. FY does have Iron Shell on him.
I thought you meant 2-item time. You know, wands, treads, and then you just win the game.
Yeah, 2 branches ready to go. Call it.
I love when you know what I'm, joking about.
Yeah.
When you're right on it. Just 6 a.m. in the morning for you.
6 slotted heroes already.
Yeah.
FY on Spirit Breaker has that Observer Ward, then gonna be 5 slotted.
Oh no. He might be 4 slotted if he uses that Blood Grenade early. Mid-matchup always exciting. I feel like XM, to me, he was always one of those mids that was like on the cusp of being great.
Yeah, this is why he called himself XM. Excellent mid. Had some really good performances, and he's like, yeah, I gotta change my nickname, but should be Storm Spirit favorite. He's gonna be the one putting the pressure. We all know Somnus Storm Spirit. It's been a staple in the Chinese region, I would say, for a decade.
Yeah, a very, very long time. It's one of these days he'll go back to being known as maybe.
And that was a different player.
Everybody's got to change their in-game name, right? Like Paparazzi, he was then he went to Paparazzi, then he went to Eurus, now he's back to Paparazzi. Like, I'm waiting for the Somnus era when he goes back to being into the maybe era. That's when you know he's back.
Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he won't. We'll have to see.
Yep. We'll have to see. FY dragging this creep wave and sitting a little. Well, not the hero that you think of when you think FY, but I'm always excited to see him pull something a little bit new out of the hat.
Not the hero that. It's not a skill shot hero. You're like, charge, do. You go in, pray that you're gonna get some dashes in, and that's about it. It's not like you can really style on them with Spirit Breaker.
Did you learn that from American Baseball? The charge song that you just did?
Oh, you guys trying to say everything's American?
No, but
no, I don't think I've ever watched baseball. That's one of my dreams, to go to a baseball game for some reason, even though I don't even